What's up, you guys? Back again with another basketball review video. But before I get into it, I'd like to talk to you about my hat. Shout out to the guys over at Dad Gang for this awesome mean green snapback. I've got two of these hats, one in tan that you guys have seen, of course, now this one, and I absolutely love it. It's hard being a dad. A lot of us don't get to talk about the struggles that we get to go through, but this hat lets other dads know, hey, I know. So all the dads out there, if you want to join the gang, make sure you go to www.dadgang.co. Join the gang, because if you know, you know. Today, we're doing a comparison between the Nike Elite Championship and the Nike Elite Tournament. Let's get into it. All right, first, for all you Instagram and TikTok babies who don't have an attention span longer than 60 seconds, let's talk about it. The Elite Championship is specifically meant for indoor use, when the tournament is good for indoor or outdoor use. I've tried both. I've only used this one indoors, but I've taken this one indoors and outdoors, and in my honest opinion, I think that this is actually a pretty quality basketball. Now, I would say that as far as outdoor use, it's gonna hold up well. It feels nice, it bounces well. It's a little tough to dribble just because of all the embossed logos and things like that. Every once in a while, you're gonna have a strange dribble that bounces a little extra to the left or a little bit to the right. But other than that, it kind of feels like an indoor basketball outside. Now, if you're looking for something that's gonna be a little more consistent, you've got the Elite Championship. A little bit softer, a little bit more consistent, and a little bit more money. So if you're looking for something that's just a little bit better for a little more coin, go ahead and get the Championship. But if you're on a budget and looking for something for a great price and great quality, the Elite Tournament is a great pick. Now, for those of you who need more B-roll footage and of course more details about the comparison, let's get into it. Now, I was pleasantly surprised by the Elite Tournament basketball. A lot of you in the comments have suggested that I do a breakdown of just this basketball. Now, I was going to do that, but when I got the basketball, I was really shocked to see how similar it felt to the Elite Championship. Now, obviously the Elite Championship, because it's for specifically indoors, it's gonna be a little bit nicer as far as feel and touch. But I was pleasantly surprised to find out that the Elite Tournament isn't as outdoor as it feels indoor, if that makes sense for a lot of you who play indoor and outdoors. You kind of understand what I'm talking about. But this basketball feels like an indoor basketball after it's been broken in a little bit and you take it outside. Now, what I love about the tournament, it's got a great feel on your fingers. It's real grippy, especially when you first get it. It's not really gonna go anywhere if you have the correct dribble. Now, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes because of all the embossed logos and all the raised logos, it's gonna have a weird bounce every once in a while. And I noticed that. Now, most of you probably wouldn't even pay any attention to that, but because I've dribbled so many basketballs and different brands of basketballs in my lifetime, I kind of noticed these small nuances and these small little breakdowns. But it's something that I noticed, and was probably the only downside of this basketball. Now, I never ran into that with this basketball. Now, the one issue I did run into occasionally with this basketball is because the panels are so raised and puffy, I will get a little bit of an inconsistent dribble every once in a while, but it's not going to be to the point where, did I dribble on a rock? Did I accidentally hit my leg? Is the ball like unbalanced? Is there like an egg inside of it or something I don't know about? This basketball is going to do that maybe every 7-8 dribbles. You may accidentally hit that right spot, and it's gonna hit your hand. It's just not gonna hit right where you expect it to be. Now, with this one, not a problem. You're gonna be fine as far as dribbling. I prefer this one for shooting just because it has a softer touch, softer feel, and because of that, it's gonna be a little more consistent as far as the shot and the rotation. But to be quite honest, these two basketballs are very, very similar in quality as far as playability and feel. Now, If you're looking for a basketball of solid quality, great price, go ahead and grab the Nike Elite Tournament. You're not going to be disappointed, especially for those beginner hoopers who've got a hoop outside in the driveway, but every once in a while they've got basketball practice in the gym. They can bring this basketball there. Just make sure you clean it off before you go indoors, and I guarantee you it's going to play fine. If you're outside with this, dusty courts, beware. This is not a good basketball for dusty courts. Now, ones that are a little harder, asphalt, kind of that painted concrete, whatever that is, this is going to be fine. But if it's real dirty and dusty, all of that buildup is going to collect on the outside of this basketball. And this basketball is going to go from orange to a dusty brown color, real nasty. Now this one, don't take this outside. Don't take this outside. If there's any basketball that's going to deteriorate faster outside, it's going to be a Nike Elite Championship basketball. I don't know why. The same reason I love this basketball as far as the feel is the same reason why this basketball is going to get completely ripped apart if you take it outside. I don't care if it's a clean court, dusty court, new court, old court. It's going to get beat up. You play enough times outside with this. And by enough times, I mean like 10 times. This basketball is not meant for outdoor use. Indoor use, it holds up well. It breaks in over time. The bounce and feel is really nice. And I honestly feel like out of all of the basketballs, maybe outside of an official NBA basketball, because it's genuine leather, I feel like I have the most control as far as finishes with this particular basketball. So if you're looking for a basketball that's consistent as far as the shot, something that is going to be real helpful if you're a finisher, kind of a Kyrie layup package, the Elite Championship is a great basketball. But honestly, if I were to have to pick between the two, it's really all in need. I play mostly indoors, so I'd probably be leaning this way. But if I were looking for an indoor-outdoor ball for a great price and great quality, the Nike Elite Tournament is a great one. But let me know if you have either of these basketballs. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. And as always, continue to hoop. Ooh. Ooh. That's the tournament. That's the championship.